Ella, Edo, welcome to a very impromptu edition of the No Chuffers podcast. I'm your host, Stel. Normally I'd have Roy and Chris with me, but I thought I'd go it alone tonight because it's a preview of the game. To be honest, my Moro, she's in the other room. She's got her online Greek lesson. I haven't done a preview since the last game. I figure why not? Why not do one on my ones? And, I'm sure the lads will be all right with me just doing this one on my own. And to be honest, it's just going to be me talking shit, really. So there isn't really much for me to say apart from, first of all, thank you for everyone that's been watching the podcast. It's been absolutely immense, the support that we've received from you guys. And long may it continue. So if you haven't done this already, hit that subscribe button. Like, tell your nunna. Because the more nunnas we have watching the podcast, the better, isn't it? Hope you guys enjoyed the Cafu interview yesterday. He said a lot of things that we weren't aware of. And I think it turned out pretty well. And also thank you for watching the Buffer episode. I'm not going to apologize for some of the things that I said, or everything that I said, to be honest. I meant it, as did Roy, as did Chris. And you're going to get realness from us. You're not going to get any bellares. You're not going to have any hiding behind anything. If we're unhappy, we'll just say it, really. But anyway, tomorrow we're playing Qarabag, a club from Azerbaijan. What do we know about them? Well, to be honest, just like our previous opponents, Kairat's, not much really. I know they're second in the league at the moment in Azerbaijan. Played 5 games, 3 wins, 2 draws. We know they knocked out AEL in the previous round in the qualifiers. They also beat Aberdeen from Scotland. They're a very good team from what I've seen anyway. They're going to give us a lot of problems tomorrow. And I'll tell you why they will be a handful. First of all, they've got one system and they stick to it. And they've got players to play within that system. They'll play a 4-2-3-1. That's their standard system. They might go 4-1-4-1 sometimes. They might go 4-3-3 sometimes. They might go 4-4-1-1. But effectively, it's a 4-2-3-1. Now, the 3 players in behind the striker will always have movement. They will always be moving. And there's one player in particular who we need to look out for. Now, unfortunately for him, his stats haven't really been great this season anyway. His name is Filip Ozovic. He's Croatian born, but he plays for the Azerbaijan national team. He's 30 years old. He's an attacking midfielder, playmaker. His passing accuracy is over 80% this season. So we know that he's going to be playing balls where it'll be 5-yard, 10-yard, crossfield balls as well. He'll be moving into the channels, moving into space. He's only got 4 this season, I think, 4 goals this season, 1 assist. And while that might make people believe that he's not a dangerous player, he can ball. He can ball. And he's one of those players that can get in between the lines. His movement is fantastic. And we need to really be on the ball, pardon the pun. We need to be on our toes with this player because he's very, very good and his finishing is absolutely clinical. They also have a striker. I think he's Moroccan-French, Abdellah Zubir. He's only got 3 goals this season. In fact, he scored against AEL in the first leg, the 1-0 in injury time, counter-attacking football. Left foot, right foot. He's got pace. He's strong. Again, another player that likes to move into channels. And the thing about this team, what you'll notice, especially tomorrow, their one-touch passes, especially in the final third, their movement, playing in triangles, the kind of football that we really need to see this season. In fact, the goal that Foddy scored against AEK, expect to see that kind of football. They are a good team. We cannot, rest on our laurels with these a lot. And this player, Zubir, as I said, left foot, right foot. He's got pace. The thing is, he doesn't shoot much for a striker. He doesn't shoot much, and people go, well, what's the problem? You're a striker, you need to score goals, but he actually doesn't shoot much, and his shooting accuracy past 3 games have been terrible. It's like 40%, 50%. I don't think he even got a shot on target in the game 3 games ago. But again, his passing accuracy for the past 4 or 5 games has been over 80%. And, again, they love to pass the ball. And I'm going to show you some clips from this guy because I think he's a very, very good footballer. And we need to be very, very careful as to what he's going to do, as to what he can do to us. So here's a clip of one of his goals. In fact, I think it was last season against Sivasspor, the Turkish side. And as you'll see, Gobelia, he's a very good player. He's a very, very good player. We need to watch out for him. So here we go. They're going to win the ball on the halfway line, and watch the movement straight away. That one-touch pass. They lose the ball, but then they win it back. Brings it down. Edon, watch him on. Watch the run from Zubair. Edon, look at that run, man. Playing off the defender's shoulder, left foot, bottom corner. I mean, that's beautiful. Here we go again. Now, he's on the left-hand side. He's just got the ball now. He's going to try and bring it in. He's going to lay it off. Okay, they lose the ball, but they win it back again. Look at this. One-touch passing. Take it down. Take the time. One touch. Here you go. Watch it. Half turn. Look at that. We can't give him space to do that. We cannot give him space. And this is what I've been saying about our defending this season. We're not getting tight. And when we do get tight, we let them go. Look at this goal again, please. Because what you'll see again, once he receives the ball, he doesn't even take a touch. He swivels his body before moving the ball. He lets the ball run across him. Then he makes that touch. There you go. One touch, puts it in the bottom corner. All right, the defending was shabby. That's the kind of defending we've been doing recently. So, again, a player who's strong, right foot, left foot, give him half a yard, he's killing you. Gadishimas if we don't look out for this player tomorrow. Here's another goal. Here we go. The ball's moving really nicely. They like time on the ball. One touch pass. But look at this individual skill. He takes it past one. He takes it past another. Wrong. Fits it. And look at that, man. That's finishing, man. Like I said, we need to look out for their players. They're dangerous. They're very dangerous. Their anticipation and their movement in the final third. Remember Buffo the other day? They're better than Buffo. Their movement is better than Buffo. They're quicker than Buffo. And this has got to be a major concern. A major concern. And I'll show you another example of their anticipation in the final third. Because again, you know, they're going to hurt us if we're not lucky. Let me just find that video. Job time. Here we go. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Right. This is... I've taken that too far. Go right. So what I will say, first of all, they're very dangerous on the counter-attack. Okay? So what you'll see right now in the screen in front of you, see their back four. They have a man holding here, sits in front of the back four, no problems whatsoever. But they've got their midfielders that come back to help them as well. Now, these two are forwards. But watch what happens when they lose the ball. Okay? Look at the run-in off the ball. Now, I'm going to stop you right here. This guy has already anticipated that the fullback is going to play a back pass. He anticipates it straight away. He knows what's coming. And watch what happens. Look at this. Bad back pass and he's on. He's like a whippet. He's gone. Edon, Waji his name is. Beautiful finish. But this isn't just it. Look at this one against Aberdeen, right? Again, Aberdeen, like with us, we play the ball forward. Long balls, long balls. Yeah, this is what Eustace has been doing. This is what I said on the show the other day. This is what Eustace has been doing. Pumping it forward. We can't do it against these guys. Look what happens. Takes a touch, no problem. They're sitting back. Edo, he's nabbed it. And look how many of them are running forward now. You got three versus three. And the finish, look at that, man. Look at that. Cuts them to shreds. Cuts them like ribbons, man. Now, again, that defending there is atrocious. We've been worse than that. But here's another one. This is Aberdeen now. Their goalkeeper kicking the ball forward. Pumps it forward. 20 minutes to go. They're still winning and they're still chasing the goal. Edo, they win the ball. One pass, touch, pass, and he's through. And again, Gobella, we can't afford to give them time on the ball. We really can't afford to do it because they will destroy us. Like you saw in those passages of play. How long was it before they got the ball and they scored? 4 seconds? 3 seconds? Like I said, the anticipation is there. And what we do quite a lot, even last season, when Michael was there, pass across the defense. Michael will pass it to Lang. Lang will pass it to Lesiax. Lesiax back to Lang. Lang will play it all the way across to Shehu. If we think we're gonna do that against these lot, forget it. Because they don't really need to press high. These are clips of them just anticipating the ball. They can press high if they want to. And when they press high, they will be aggressive, they'll be strong, they'll be quick, and they'll kill us. They will absolutely kill us. So I cannot stress the emphasis on how we need to work as a team. How we need to work as a team, Avrio. We need support from Bashiru. I don't know if Yordi's going to play, but if he does, he's another one he's not going to be allowed a lot of time on the ball. You know, the good thing is their holding midfielders hold. They don't charge forward. So there's going to be a bit of space in between Ozovic, the attacking midfielder, and the two holding midfielders. That's what they're holding midfielders. I'll talk about them quickly. They've got a guy called Andrade, who's from Cape Verde. They've also got a guy called Ibrahimi and Quairu. Now, they don't play all together, so they will switch it around. So they're definitely going to play two holding midfielders. So it will be two out of those three. I don't know who, but again, they're going to be a very difficult proposition. They're going to be very, very difficult. Like I said before about them going forward and breaking the lines, Bale, this is going to be another example of them doing it. Like I said, I've only got one video here, but Ozovic, again, you know, this player, he's going to cause us problems. We can't afford to let him do that. And when I say breaking the lines, people get confused, and I'm just going to try and explain it to them best I can. The lines, when I say breaking the lines, you've got one line here, you've got your three defenders, and you've got another three midfielders here. When I say breaking lines, it's the gaps in between these two lines, okay? And you'll see here, Ozovic does it fantastic here, man. Does it absolutely fantastic. He sits right here, in between them, so he's anticipating it. They win the ball on the right-hand side. He drops in again. He's waiting for the ball. Now, the central defender, he's being dragged out of position, which will then allow this centre forward to move into this space, allow the winger to get in, and the fullbacks, their fullbacks bomb forward. So when they get forward, not only do they get forward, you know, with aggression, they get forward in numbers, very similar to Buffon. So watch what happens with this one. Breaking the lines, gets the ball to the right, hardly any pressure, give and go. Look at this, one-touch football as well. It's one-touch football. And this is what I've been saying about us this season. We play against teams like them. What? Give and go. One pass gone. Another pass gone. One touch pass gone. They will kill us. So we need to be very, very cautious tomorrow. Very, very cautious. And as I mentioned, Ozovic again, I'm going to show you what he's able to do. Fantastic footballer. Okay, people are going to say to me, oh, this wasn't a good goal. But for me, you know, his anticipation of winning the ball back. Let me show you quickly. Here we go. Ball's played through. He goes broken the offside trap because they're playing up. He squares it. Guy misses, falls to him. But look what he does. One touch, bang. That's it. And this is what I'm saying. You see those goals that you just seen? That's clinical. One touch shoot, one touch pass. They work on this time and time again. Breaking the lines. Play with pace, ferocity. Saw us against Buffon. We got lucky. Saw us against Doxa. Now, can you imagine if Qarabag were playing against us those days? So I'm just hoping that the last two games were just a blip. A little 2 bad days at the office. And you go to work, you have a bad day, fuck it. All right? And we could say that Ajax was the same. We could say that some of the other games as well were the same. But yeah, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just absolutely fucking bonkers. Aren't I tired? No, man. See, if you're watching from the beginning of this stream, Stefania's got her Greek school class started, man. So I've got at least an hour. So I've used up 15 minutes. I'm not going to bang on for too long. So I'm just going to see what's happening here. We're going to win. The fun is sharp in the comment section. I hope you're right, Philemon. I hope you're right. Let's see. We can't wait till Eric and Mix come back. Well, when Eric's and Mix do come back, we'll obviously have more depth. But at the same time, I don't think going forward is a major issue. I know it sounds crazy for me to say this, but once we're sorted defensively, then we can focus on attacking. That's the way I see it. It's just that simple. Missing Gusul is the connection between... He is the connection between defense and attack. He's that main guy in the middle of the park. And to be honest, I think Bashiru can do that, but he doesn't have that. Gusul does. Gusul talks, man. The key factor is to maintain our lines in the midfield, but I worry that we're going to lose it. Well, again, this is what I was saying. We're playing against a team that can play ball in the middle of the park. They're going to have 3 guys in behind one striker, and all 3 guys in behind the front man will track back. They'll drop deep. They'll move central. The 2 holding midfielders will rarely get forward, so they'll just protect. The fullbacks will get forward. And when they win the ball, they'll get forward in numbers. They can stretch the game. They can make the game narrow. they're going to be our most difficult opponent this season. I'm telling you. Like currently, if you look at the teams that we played against, I think Qarabag will be more dangerous than Dinamo Zagreb, because Dinamo Zagreb are very predictable in how they play. They got the ball, they switch it to the flanks. You know, and you saw what happened to them. Got knocked out by Sheriff, and actually Sheriff beat Real Madrid last night, but they got absolutely torn to shreds. So yeah, Antwerp were a good team, but I don't think they caused us as many problems as Qarabag probably will. But again, Antwerp were predictable, like I said in the video, overlapping fullbacks, the wide men dropping central, giving us problems, wide areas. I could just go on about this all fucking day because it's just the same thing. But like I said, this is a dangerous team. It's a dangerous team, and even if the players I mentioned aren't going to be on song, they've got a Brazilian attacking midfielder called Cadi. Very dangerous. He's another good player. And they also have, as I mentioned, Ibrahim Vaji, the black guy that scored the goals in those videos. So it's going to be difficult. But I'd like to know what system you guys will play. What system are you going to play tomorrow? If you're Henningberg, what system are you playing? Because for me, and I said this, when did I say this? I've been saying it for the past few games. Got to go 3-4-2-1. Go 3-4-2-1. I'd go with Fabi in goal. I'd go with 3 central defenders. I'd probably go with Banayodu, Lang, and I'd go with Yuste, to be fair. I'd go with Yuste, and I'll tell you why. Because if we're going to go with wing-backs, Lesiaks and I'd say Psalti, you need someone to play those diagonal balls. Playing diagonal balls are great, don't get me wrong. I've got no problem with it. Playing them 8 times against Doxa, I've got a massive problem with it. But when you're playing with wing-backs, I like to get forward and you want to stretch the game, fine. That's great. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. That's all. I agree. 4-2-3-1 is a good system. 4-4-2, no. But like we said on the show against Buffalo, the review, Berger's probably playing 4-4-2 because he doesn't trust his defence. I think we had a better defensive system or defensive players, or they'd stepped up, we'd be playing 4-2-3-1 right now. That's my honest opinion. So yeah, 4-2-3-1 I'll go for. 3-4-2-1 I'll go for. So you got 3 central defenders, 2 wing backs, 2 midfield. I'd be tempted to go Shehu and Bashiru. I'd be tempted to do that. But then again, with their system, with the way that they play, maybe it's worth going 3 in the middle. Maybe it's worth doing that. Going Yordi, Bashiru, and Shehu. Make it compact. Because that's where they're going to try and win the game, in the middle of the park. We make it compact. We get our bodies behind the ball, and we're sorted. 2 up front or 1 behind the front man. I'd go Dura. Dura with his strength and him just being a nuisance. Qarabag won't like him. They won't like him at all. They'll try and make it physical, and he'll make it a physical game. That's fine. No problem. And I'd go with Gagu. I love Shepa. Love him to bits. I've got no problem with Shepa whatsoever. I don't think he's fully fit. He still needs more minutes. But in a game like this, where, again, he's going to be having to drop back, come deep. Don't want him doing that tomorrow. Don't want him doing that. If Dura's there, he can do the donkey work, and Gagu can do the running around. And I think they will have a good understanding anyway. So that's the game, the team that I would go with. Yeah, tell me your lineups. Tell me your systems. I've got one here. Obviously, Dasso has mentioned it. Here we go. Can't disagree with that one. Mihaly, do this on the front line, of course. I agree. But you guys know my stance on Dura anyway, so I can't really be non-biased about it. So yeah, I've gone on for close to 20 minutes, Cobelia. So tell me, while you lot are still watching, you've got 10 people watching now. Tell me, what's your lineup? What system would you go with? Are you worried about tomorrow? What's your prediction? If we win tomorrow, it's 500,000. 500,000 in the bank. And I know there's a certain central defender who might be available on loan in January if things keep going the way that they are. That 500,000, I mean, for a loan fee, we could have bought him outright, to be fair. But anyway. Is Botiak coming tomorrow? I don't think he's fit. I still think he might be on the bench, but I don't think he's gonna play the Midri more. I don't think so. You need to keep their defenders from coming up to attack. Yeah. Well, this is it, Stavro. I've seen some of their clips, and from set pieces, they're quite dangerous. They're tall. They're like Buffalo, the central defenders. They're tall and they're very physical. But at the same time, defensively, as a defensive unit, they're not great. They're not great at all. They watch the ball as much as our players do. So in terms of getting forward, I'm not scared of their defense. I'm not going to turn around and say, "Oh, they're going to keep clean sheets," because they're not. They're not that kind of defense. They're not solid. The reason why they're so dangerous is because, as I said, they win the ball back aggressively and they get forward in numbers. Now, if we're going to play a counter-attacking system, 3-4-2-1 is perfect. But I don't want to see EI playing, please. Andrea, I'd love to share the same belief, but it ain't going to be easy at all, man. One apiece. Would you take 1-1? Would you lot be happy with a 1-1? The way that we're playing at this moment in time, I'll take a 1-1. Honestly, I'll take it. If, for example, Shepard goes in, we will have problems defensively. Yadir. I'm not being sarcastic. I just want to know why you think we'd have problems if Shepard started. We want fast players tomorrow. Johnny's, Duris, Gagu. Well, this is the thing. Would Johnny's play in a game like this? Has he done enough to deserve a start in a game like this? I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. Has he done enough? I don't think he's done anything this season, in all fairness, but that's not a jab at him. He's out of form. Simple. Haris goes with Fabi, Lesiaks, Juste Panayotou, Lang, Psati. So that's 5. Okay, it's just 5. Bashu Yudi. Oh, you're going for ATM when? Okay. I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't pick him for a game like this. I wouldn't pick him ever again, in all fairness. But again, I don't want to be harsh on the guy, but he's not my cup of tea. He really isn't. I don't like him. But like I said before in the video, I hope he proves me wrong. I want him to prove me wrong. It's not as if I want players to fail. It's not as if I want players out of Omonoia to be shit. Oh, it's not as if I want players out of Omonoia to have bad times. I want them to be successful, because when they're successful, the team's successful. It's that simple. Fabi, let's actually, okay, right, yeah. So it's going to be 3-4, 3-4-2-1. Yeah, similar to what I said. Johnny's not this year yet. Yeah, again, I don't know whether it's because he's just, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. Like, he hasn't been that Johnny's that we saw last season, but could it be because of it could be a physical issue? Has he bulked up too much? Has he not shown enough in training? I don't know. It could be anything, man. It could be anything. He could be just going through a bad patch. You know, I'm not going to shit on the lad. He's still a kid, man. You like Etienne when, but you think he needs to pass more, not dribble. Ne, he does need to pass more, Dimitri, but does he demand those are Girios, the guy that you're talking about, he doesn't even drop deep. He doesn't come. Okay, when he drops deep to collect the ball, his first touch is shit. When he goes out wide, he doesn't show himself enough. He doesn't break his bollocks to get into the box. I don't know what it is about him. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. I don't get it. The problem with Duris is that they told him you need to find a team before the transfer window closed. That's true, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be committed. I can tell you this for now. He's a very committed guy. He's very committed. And he's a team player. Mark my words. To be honest, Qarabag is not a team that we need to respect them that much, because I've seen that. Yeah, I get it. You saw the goal against the game against IL, and yeah, they just about went through. But let's be real. IL haven't had a particularly good start to the season, have they? They drew against Olympiacos. They lost against Apollon. They were I know the 4-0 scoreline against Buffalo. People are going to say that I'm stupid, but they were lucky in that game, because at 1-0, Buffalo had a really good goal disallowed, and I don't know why that was disallowed, because it was the IL defender that pushed the guy's arm onto the ball. So that wasn't a handball. If it's 1-1, it's a different game. So I don't think IL have been anything special this season. And they just about scraped through this one. I don't know. Johnny's needs time on his legs. Yeah, body. But the thing is, where's he going to play? If we're playing 4-4-2, he's going to play Staristera. Is that what we're going to do? Play him on the left-hand side? And we're going to hope that he's going to have the same relationship with Lesiak as he did last season. The reason why Lesiak was so successful last season, Gobenya, is because Thiago, he was making diagonal runs. On the left-hand side, he was running inside. And the defenders would follow him, and Lesiak had the whole of the wing. Had the whole of that side. It's like driving from Larnaca to Lemesor at night when no one's on the road. No problem. There you go. What's she doing? This Moromo, man. She's doing a Greek... My daughter's doing the Greek school, Dora, online. Just take it para haciendo iPad. He's not going to with the iPad now. No. Right. Berg needs to give Duri's time. I agree. Dura needs playing time, and he deserves it. I don't know why he didn't start at the weekend. We've got us out of jail, Broktes, him and Gagu. Them two should be starting up front. My opinion, they should be the two men up front for now until Shepard gets that match fitness, gets that sharpness, and then we can talk. But anyway, look, I've been going on for close to half an hour. Gobelia, thank you very much for your time and listening. As I said, Avrios is going to be a very, very difficult game. We can't take them lightly. We need to be on our toes, but we need to get behind the players. So any one of you that's going to the Ghazi Avrio, get behind them. I want you to hear you singing for the whole game. I don't want silence like it was against Buffalo. It was dead silent, honestly. I could hear the donkeys in the background making noise. You know, that I could hear that. So yeah, anyway, Gobelia, thank you very much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, like, it really helps the channel. It really helps the channel. We're nearly at 1,000 subs. We're at 954 Dorano Mizo, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So if you can tell any more friends of yours who are Moniades to just subscribe. You don't even have to watch. Just subscribe. Like, see, that's it. Ade Gobelia, have a good one. So until next time, Pameshila Kamu.